It takes a thief to catch a thief. With those words, President Franklin D. Roosevelt defended one of the most controversial appointments of his presidency, naming Joseph P. Kennedy to head the newly formed Securities and Exchange Commission. Roosevelt's decision was more than political strategy. It revealed something deeper, an understanding of human nature. He knew that the one who understands temptation is often the one most alert to it. The same principle echoes in spiritual life. Those who have wrestled with weakness often recognize it fastest. Joseph Kennedy was a man who made millions on Wall Street, often by exploiting its flaws. Critics accused him of hypocrisy, but Roosevelt saw insight where others saw scandal. He believed that sometimes the one who knows corruption best can recognize it fastest. That paradox, using the flawed to fix the broken, mirrors a divine truth. God does the same. He redeems the very people others would write off. When we look at Scripture, God has always chosen the least likely instruments. The Bible isn't a story of perfect saints. It's a story of redeemed sinners, people like us, people who failed, who doubted, who ran, and yet were called back by grace. Moses was a murderer before he became a deliverer. David was an adulterer before he became a man after God's own heart. Paul was a persecutor before he became the church's greatest missionary. God specializes in transforming what seems unredeemable into something radiant. Maybe that's why we find comfort in their stories, because we see ourselves in them, in Moses' fear, in David's guilt, in Paul's regret. And if God could rewrite their stories, maybe he can rewrite ours too. As Paul wrote, "But God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong." Maybe your past feels too heavy. Maybe your mistakes seem too great. But what if those very scars are the tools God uses to heal others? What if the thief in your story becomes a teacher of redemption? So what does that mean for us today? It means your past, your failures, your brokenness, your regrets are not wasted. In God's hands, they become your credentials for compassion. The very areas where you once stumbled can now become paths of empathy for others who are still struggling to stand. Lord, remind me that my story is not defined by failure, but by forgiveness. Let every wound become wisdom, every scar a testimony of your mercy. Teach me to see others with the same compassion you have shown me. Redeem my story for your glory, and let me live as proof that grace still works miracles. The Bereans, light for the journey. Follow us and subscribe.